you personally be taxed under your proposed changes, PM, when you retire?
I would have to, out of the contribution, that is the payments that I received, there would be greater taxation.
You mentioned there you don't have the support. If the Senate blocks the plan to tax unrealised gains this afternoon, will this remain Labor policy heading into the election?
Look, this is our position. Labor will always stand up for fairness and equity, but we'll announce our policies when we go through the election campaign. But at the moment, we have this plan before the Senate. It's been there for some time.
Australia's tax system is set for a shake-up, with Labor pushing ahead with changes to superannuation accounts over $3 million. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese spoke to Sky News this morning, calling it a fairness measure that will only impact a small percentage of Australians. But what does this really mean, and how will it affect everyday Australians, especially those with self-managed super funds? Let's break it down. Under these proposed changes, even the Prime Minister himself admitted he would be paying more tax on his contributions when he retires. But one big question remains. What about politicians and judges on defined benefit schemes? Are they really being treated the same as everyone else? Jeff Wilson, founder of Wilson Asset Management, didn't hold back in his response. He believes the government hasn't fully thought this through, arguing that what's good for the goose should be good for the gander. The real issue, he says, is the lack of indexation. Right now, the $3 million cap might seem like a lot. But Wilson pointed out that when Albanese was 18, that same figure would have been just $550,000 in today's money. Without indexation, younger Australians will eventually be hit hard, as inflation pushes more people over the threshold. Then there's the controversial issue of taxing unrealised gains. That means Australians could be forced to pay tax on the increasing value of their assets, like property or shares, even if they haven't sold them yet. Wilson shared a story about an electrician who moved his self-managed super fund into property after struggling in the stock market. When Wilson explained that he'd have to pay tax on his property's rising value each year, despite not selling it, the electrician was stunned, calling it criminal. This policy is already facing pushback, and if the Senate blocks it, Labor will have a tough decision to make heading into the next election. Will they stick to their plan, or rethink the details? One thing's for sure. This debate isn't going away anytime soon. So, what do you think? Is this tax change a step towards fairness, or will it unfairly hit hardworking Australians? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on Australia's biggest financial stories.